Before we continue and using the modeling tools inside Unreal Engine, you need to understand key concepts. When it comes to creating 3D models or selecting triangles, faces or polygons inside Unreal Engine, it's a little bit different from other 3D applications. Unreal Engine render all models as triangulated meshes. When you import or create a mesh, it's automatically broken up into triangles. The reason is Unreal Engine can't import a model that it can't render. Unreal Engine rendering is portable across all platforms, as all graphic drivers recognize triangles. Unreal Engine doesn't like to spend time and resources resolving quads and n-gons into triangles at runtime. That's why it converts all the meshes into triangles. So there is no concept of quad or n-gon, but it does support polygroups, and it's what I'm gonna explain in this lecture. Polygroups are a collection of triangles. If you group few triangles together, then you get a polygroup. And when you want to edit the polygroup, like moving or rotating, you need to use polygroups tools. And when you want to edit the triangles, you need to use the triangles tools. So let's go ahead and see in details how it works. Here in the scene, I have three boxes. They are similar, but if I go ahead and change that to wireframe, as you see, I added subdivision to the second and to the third one. If I want to edit the triangles, to move them or rotate them or scale them, I need to go to the mesh and select that. And let's make some room here so we can see the buttons better. So if you click on triangle edit, now you can select the triangle, you can hold shift and select the other one, and then you can move them, rotate them, or scale them. Let's undo that, and you can select the vertices too. If you click on the vertex, you can select that, you can move it, and you can select the edge, you can rotate and move it too. If you want to disable the face selection, as you see, sometimes it's annoying when it comes to selecting the vertices and accidentally you select the edge or the face. So if you come to the selection filter, you can turn off the edge and the face. So now you can just select the vertices. And then if you turn that off, you can't select anything. You can turn on the faces, just you can select the triangles. And the same is for the other object. You can click on cancel or hit escape on the keyboard to exit the triangle edit mode. And let's go ahead, escape again. And now I select the second one. Again, you can go to triangle edit and you can select the faces or the vertices. So let's go ahead and hit cancel. And now if I go to the model, you can see we have the polygroup edit. It's inactive because we need to select the object. So now if I click on polygroup edit, you can see although I have the triangle here, but I can't select the triangle. I can just select the face. So basically this is a polygroup. So now if I move, as you see, I am moving both triangles together. And again for this face and this one too. But if I go ahead to the second box and click again on polygroup, and you can see when I hover the mouse over it, it selects the entire face, and I can't select the quads on the mesh. And even if I click there, as you see, I can't select the quads. I can select the entire face. And this is because it's one polygroup. And let's hit escape again on the keyboard. And the third one, if I go ahead and click on polygroup edit, as you see, I can select this part or this part. The reason is because I created this polygroup manually. I'm gonna show you how to do that in a moment. So let's go ahead and cancel that, and let's go ahead and delete everything. Select everything. and delete them. If I go to create and click on box and place the box here, and as you see, I have just one face or two triangles, and this is because of the subdivision there. So we have the width, so we can set that to 2 by 2 by 2. And now if I hit accept and go again to model and click on polygroup edit, you can see it's one face, and these polygroups generated automatically for you. Let's hit accept. We can generate our own polygroups. So if you come to the attributes, you can see here we have generate polygroups and we have paint polygroups. You can paint or you can generate them automatically. So if I click on generate polygroups, if I reset that because I set that to quads, so as you see, the conversion mode is face normal. So each face facing the normal, Unreal gives it a unique polygroup. So if I go ahead and change that to find quads, Unreal Engine will find all the quads on the mesh and assign a unique polygroup to each of them. So now if I hit accept, and now if I go back and click on polygroup edit, and you can see now I have polygroups. Let's go ahead and create another box and place it there, and let's increase the subdivision maybe to 6 by 6 by 6 and hit accept. And now we're gonna go to attributes and I'm gonna click on paint polygroups. So let's go ahead and select these faces. Maybe it's not visible, so let's go to unlit. So you can see, we can see the color of the polygroups. And I need to remove these triangles. Holding shift and click on that, we remove it. Or let's go ahead and undo that and click there. As you see, I am selecting by mistake this face, so let's go ahead and make the brush size lower and click there. So now I created one polygroup, and if I hit accept, and now if I go to model, polygroup edit, you can see it's one polygroup, and I can move, rotate that or extrude it if I wanted to. So in the next lesson, we're gonna continue.